years from 1757 to 1775, where he was representing Pennsylvania. And a lot of things he did, or one of the main things that happened, was he was mocked in the British Assembly. And it just kind of solidified that, yeah, we're probably going to have to move away from British control. And some other notable events during this time was Deborah had died a year before, which they were separated because she feared traveling over the sea. He never came to her funeral or anything, and it caused kind of some problems in the family. He was 69 years old, and he returned mainly, as I mentioned before, that he realized Britain was not willing to repair or repeal anything that had led up to that point, like the Intolerable Acts or the Tea Act, things like that. And he joined a group of men that would include John Hancock, Jefferson, John Adams, Patrick Henry. I mean, that was the Second Continental Congress. And during the Continental Congress, it's important to note that Benjamin Franklin was the oldest and usually the quietest, as when members would go to the, tavern to drink. A lot of the founding fathers were big drinkers. He would just go home. They were kind of like, all right, this guy. Like John Adams complained one time that he was just sitting in silence a great part of the time, fast asleep in his chair. And Benjamin Franklin was kind of the mildest. He had the mildest temper. I mean, he was a little bit older, but he just wasn't into the yelling and debates. He was just kind of more reserved. However, his passion for the American cause was no less, and his influence was arguably the strongest, and mainly because the nation needed a backbone. And the Albany Plan, proposed in 1754, really planted the seeds of what and how the nation could come under a union and move beyond that. The system was a little different than what was to come, but it was still the early seeds of the union that was needed.